We keep talking about agentic AI as if it is somewhere in the future, but the first version may already be sitting in your pocket, reading context and trying to act on your behalf. Welcome to Wandt, an AI-narrated technology video series where we unpack lectures, research, and ideas from Professor Adam Scott Wandt at John Jay College of Criminal Justice. This episode was assembled by artificial intelligence, using source materials connected to the professor, including lectures, notes, research, recordings, and earlier works. It is designed as a cinematic overview of those materials, but the final presentation may not always fully reflect the professor's precise views or intent. For years, AI was reactive. You typed a prompt, and a model gave you a response. That dynamic is shifting. Our personal devices are moving away from manual commands toward a model of constant background analysis. The smartphone has crossed the boundary from a passive gadget waiting for instructions into an active engine attempting to decipher the daily patterns of our lives. If you look closely at the Apple ecosystem, you can see this active scanning at work. Siri and Apple Intelligence are now quietly sifting through text messages, emails, and calendars, searching for actionable context. Professor Wandt recently experienced this firsthand upon landing at an airport. Without any prompting, his phone served up a recommendation for an Uber mapped directly to a specific hotel he had only mentioned in a completely separate email. The exact same thing happened when a friend texted him a new phone number from an unrecognized device. Instead of requiring manual data entry, the system recognized the intent of the message and immediately prompted him to update his contact list. Even casual commitments are being tracked. When he wrote in an email that he would finish a task tomorrow, his Reminders app automatically generated a notification to ensure it got done. This proactive behavior is what we call Agentic AI. The core objective here is an economy of time. By executing these invisible background tasks, finding a hotel address, copying it, and pasting it into a ride-sharing app, these digital agents save the user roughly 60 seconds of manual friction. When the variables are strictly logistical, like dates, addresses, and phone numbers, these digital agents operate with near-perfect efficiency. But human communication is rarely just logistical math. Friction appears the moment an algorithm trying to extract actionable data runs into the illogical reality of everyday conversation. Consider a recent text exchange between Professor Wandt and his partner. They were discussing a frustrating case of lost luggage from a recent flight, and the professor mentioned he was going to contact the airline to file a formal complaint. His partner replied with standard, cynical venting. "Why waste your time? They'll just make excuses anyway." The AI scanned that exchange, missed the emotional subtext, and literally extracted the phrasing. The next morning, the professor woke up to find a brand new scheduled directive on his calendar, telling him to make excuses. While current agentic AI excels at processing hard logistical data, it fails to comprehend human emotional context, sarcasm, and situational nuance. The Make Excuses incident illustrates where the technology sits today. It possesses enough agency to execute simple commands, but it lacks deep situational awareness. However, these contextual blind spots are temporary. As AI models are trained on increasingly nuanced behavioral data, their inability to read the room will evaporate. We are approaching a reality where AI handles complex, multi-step administrative burdens. Instead of merely setting a reminder, the agent will autonomously navigate government portals to renew your driver's license or coordinate a multi-city travel itinerary from scratch. By cross-referencing schedules with culinary profiles, an AI agent could proactively secure reservations at novel restaurants, exposing us to highly curated experiences we would never discover on our own. We are seeing the very first steps of agentic AI. Today, it might accidentally remind you to make excuses, but tomorrow it will anticipate your needs. It is becoming an autonomous participant in our daily scheduling and administrative lives. Like, follow, and subscribe for more deep dives into emerging technology, digital investigations, and the ideas shaping our future. And remember, stay curious and want knowledge.